ASMR Magical Tools. Hi, welcome back. So, there's going to be a full moon in Scorpio on Monday, April 26th. And this full moon is going to be very good for bringing things to light and also good for transitional energies. And of course, Scorpio being a water sign and the moon having to do with emotional states. You could be working on that as well. It's a great time to be doing shadow work, especially. So I'm just going to do it's going to be kind of a meditation, but also kind of to get you in the right frame of mind to notice things and to uncover secrets. So hopefully you will be experiencing some degree of psychic awareness. And this is supposed to facilitate that. I, of course, have other tools on this channel that are good for a psychic attunement. But this in particular is mostly going to be just to kind of get you oriented in that direction, right? So, we're going to start off with the music, and that way you can set the mood. And I like doing the music at the front end so that if you fall asleep, you won't be awoken. Alright, so if you do have water, I invite you to drink some at this time. It's going to be very important to stay hydrated. And first, we're going to burn some Palo Santo to clear the space. So rather than continually light the Palo Santo, I'm going to light it from this candle. And I'll be using Palo Santo, but I'll be burning something else at the end. So sorry about that. That's my neighbors. You won't be able to really see the Palo Santo, but you can see now that it is caught on fire. Caught on fire. Just let it get good and embery. You can hear the Palo Santo. So just let it wash over you. Just let the Palo Santo smoke blow through your auric field. Beautiful. You're doing a great job so far. So normally I tell you to bring everything to the forefront that you would want to release over the course of a session. But this time, I'd like for you to try to clear your mind as much as possible, as much as you possibly can, okay? So one way that you can do that is by focusing on your breath. You can focus, of course, on the Palo Santo, on the smoke. You can kind of keep a mental count in your head, but I don't recommend that because then, of course, you're focusing on the counting. But just go ahead and continue to let the smoke wash over you, wash over your auric field. Palo Santo is very purifying. It's going to help you kind of clear everything out of your auric field that doesn't need to be there while we're doing this meditation, right? And just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If you do have thoughts that rise to the surface during this time, you can just acknowledge them and then release them. Don't try to push them down. Go ahead and acknowledge them. Acknowledge, yes, I have plans for tomorrow. Yes, I am working on a few different projects. Yes, I do owe this person or that person money. Just let all of that go, but make sure to acknowledge each of those things as you're emptying out your mind. If you really need to, you can always pause the video and write those things down on a piece of paper or make a list in your phone and then come right back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. You're doing a great job. You really are doing a wonderful job. Wonderful job, wonderful job. All right. So I'm going to continue to let that kind of burn itself out over here. And I have a couple of crystals that I'll be using. And I'm using these crystals because of their very opaque and dark nature. So this one is astrophyllite. As you can see, it's very dark, but it does have these little sparkly places in it. Little sparkly places. So we're not going to be using obsidian for this meditation per se. I do always keep my obsidian over here though, so I never am too far away from obsidian. Another crystal that we'll be using for this meditation is this smoky quartz crystal. And as you can see, this crystal is very dark. This is a very dark, smoky quartz. Very dark. Very, very dark. So, those will be the crystals that I use over the course of the meditation. And I'm going to start with the smoky quartz. And I'm just going to pass it through your auric field. Let you get a good resonance with the quartz. Wonderful, wonderful. You're doing really well so far. So now we can start thinking about all of the things. Start thinking about all the things that we'd like to discover. like to discover during the course of this full moon. I'm just going to be kind of brushing your auric field like this. And the way that we're going to do that is to go into your memory banks. First of all, we're going to go in there and I'm going to start looking for clues that we already have. Now, I know that a lot of people deal with ongoing trauma, and so we're not really going to be looking at that section. A lot of times those items will be flagged. They'll have like a little red piece of sticky tape on the folder. So just kind of visualize that you're going all the way up to the top floor where all of the filing cabinets are. And you're going to start kind of looking through, and there's indexes. There's a folder, there's a binder that has a master index in it. And you're going to start kind of flipping through the pages of this binder, looking for the clues, and seeing where that information is being stored, okay? And you get the idea that there are some filing cabinets in this one certain section, and you head over in that direction and you pull the drawer out. You know that lovely metal sound that filing cabinet drawers make, and it makes that sound as you pull it out. And you sorry, my shoulder's cracking again. I hope that's not too annoying to you guys. It seemed really noticeable in the other video, but I just can't stop it from doing that. You start flipping through the files in this filing cabinet, and the files that you're looking for, those folders light up a soft, pale Kelly green. They're a little bit incandescent, but not overbearingly so, just enough for you to pay attention. And you take those folders and you look back in the index and see if there are any other filing cabinets. You open one filing cabinet and some of the files in there are red. We're not going to look at those right now. You don't see any green folders in there, so you close it back up again. You go over to another filing cabinet and you see that inside is one folder that's a beautiful pale shade of blue. Now, this particular folder is not going to contain information that pertains specifically to the questions that you want to have answered, but it is important information that you will want to have for later. So go ahead and grab that folder, and then you have those file folders in your hand. And we're going to go back down. This time I want you to take the stairs. And every time you take a flight of stairs, we're going to count backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're on the 5th floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you're on the 4th floor. And you work on the 3rd floor. So we just have one more floor to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you exit the stairwell and you walk out into the work area, and everybody's workstations are very compartmentalized, so everybody has their own little cubicles. And you walk through this grid of cubes. It's completely empty except for you, just for now. And you go and you sit down at your desk. And I'm going to take a drink of water. You're going to sit down at your desk and you're going to start reviewing those files. I've picked up the astrophyllite now, because what you're going to be doing is going through all of this paperwork with a fine-tooth comb to see what information you can tease out of these files. Some of the files are birth records. Some of the files might even be death certificates. There's bills of sale. There's ledgers. All kinds of information. Very fact-based. There are a few reports in there. Especially if you have any paranormal or supernatural experiences which may have to do with entities or extraterrestrial beings. You're going to look through all of these documents. Look through all the documents available to you there. You haven't gotten to the blue folder yet. I want to give you plenty of time with the green folders. So just allow that information to pass into your memories. Allow that information to be absorbed by your memory banks. Allow that information to be stored. You may not put all the pieces together right now, but they will come together over time. Just be patient and loving with yourself throughout this process and throughout the Scorpio full moon. I know that the full moons can be very taxing for me, and I often find that my energy stores are very depleted around this time of the month, even though it is not necessarily correlated to that time of the month. Just continue to peruse those files. Take your time. Dot your I's. Cross your T's. Cross your T's. Dot your I's. Make sure the line on the B and the D is in the correct position. Now that you've gone through the entire file, you've gone through all your files, and you have all of the green files stacked up on one corner of your desk, all right? And they're all ready to go back upstairs and be refiled. You don't have to worry about doing that because you have office staff up there to do it for you, to get everything correlated where it needs to be, and you'll take them up the stairs later. We won't worry about that yet. What I'd like for you to do, however, is turn your attention to the blue file folder. Turn your attention to that blue file folder, because as I said before, what is included in there is going to be the key to obtaining everything that you require in order to solve this puzzle, solve your puzzle, unlock the secrets, unlock the secrets. So I want you to look through this blue file very carefully indeed. While you're doing that, I'm going to light one of these beeswax candles. And by so doing, we're going to burn these memories into your consciousness, into your subconscious, where they can be amalgamated and used later. So just keep perusing that blue file folder. Pay close attention. You can take notes if you need to. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. We're just sealing that information now. Keep looking through the blue folder, the blue folder, blue folder, blue folder, and indexing your notes. Use that to index your notes. how many pages are in the blue folder? What kind of reports do you have in there? How are these reports different from the reports in all of the green folders? You may look back through the green folders, but do not get the folders mixed up. Everything that goes in the green folders has to go back in exactly the correct folder, and everything that is in the blue folder must go back into the blue folder. You may take notes. You may not make copies. You may not make copies of these documents, but you may take very thorough and detailed notes. Are there any duplicated documents? Documents that are in both the blue folder and one of the green folders? There should not be any duplicated reports between the green folders. All of the reports in the green folders, there should only be one copy of each for the set of green folders, but there might also be copies of certain reports in the blue folder. Not all of the reports will be duplicates. Not all of the reports will be duplicates. There will be some that are novel to the blue folder. Pay attention to what those are and make sure that you take, again, very detailed notes. Very detailed notes. I'm going to count backwards from 30. And when I am done, it will be time to take your folders back up to the 6th floor. Back up to the 6th floor. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now that you have all of the paperwork back in the folders where it belongs, I'm going to walk back up the stairs. Walk back up the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Now you can pause for a moment and catch your breath. Pause and catch your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. There is a wire basket on top of the file folders, and you can just put the files there, and someone else will reshuffle them into their proper spaces within the filing cabinets. You do not have to remember where those files were located when you found them. All right. So the big part has been done. So now finally, I'm going to burn some of this cassia. That is going to sweeten your memory. That is going to pull everything into place where it needs to go. It's going to connect all your little synapses the way that they need to be. This smoke is much sweeter than the Palo Santo, and I apologize that it's just not possible for me to show you. Catching it on fire, but you can see the smoke coming out. You can definitely see the smoke rising from the candle. Get it to burn getting it to burn is a little bit difficult, so thank you for bearing with me. There we go. And this time we'll just seal all of those things up, sealing up your memories. Cassia burns so sweet, and it's a reminder to always be gentle with yourself. Especially those times where you're having trouble with your memory. No one is a steel trap. As much as some people would like to believe that they are infallible, indomitable, and never remember anything falsely. I have many false memories. So it's not that I'm trying to be dishonest. Sometimes I just can't remember. I don't know what would ever happen if I were being interrogated by police. Beautiful. And continue to think about the rest of your day. You can start to kind of segue back into your normal patterns of thinking. Remembering what you were doing before you settled in to watch this video. Going back through your catalog, the list that you made, if you made a list at the beginning of all the things that you were trying to clear out of your consciousness. Just go back and account for all of those things. settle in if you're getting ready to go to sleep. Answers might come to you in your dreams, so make sure that you have a way to write down as soon as you wake up any dreams that you might have had. And if you're not watching this before you go to sleep, it's okay to clear all of this out of your mind, because the answers will come to you when you are not expecting. Just keep some kind of notepad or recording device handy. Even if you get an answer quickly, it might take you a while to understand what it means. So again, just be very patient with yourself. Just be very gentle with yourself. Wonderful, wonderful. Great job, great job. Great job. You've done a really wonderful job throughout this video. And I just want you to reinforce that. So if you have any questions or anything you'd like to mention, please let me know down in the comments. I do have a link in the description box if you would like to submit questions for my future Q&A videos. I like that soft snapping sound. I like the finger flutters, but everybody does finger flutters. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a very treasured full moon in Scorpio. And I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon.